tested. We bringing all the answers you requested. You guessed it, it's unrested. Teaching streets and Japanese lessons.
Welcome back to the next JFAQ with me, Unrested, your host, as usual. This JFAQ is going to be a tiny bit different from what you're used to. Usually I'm covering topics sent to me, questions about the big city in Japan. Well, this one I'm going to go ahead and take it a little bit outside of the big city, and we're going to cover some inaka, and that means countryside, okay, or country. And this is going to be more rural areas of Japan. Recently, my wife and her family went on a trip to a very countrified part of Japan. Now, this is way outside of Osaka, actually 9 hours on a bus that we traveled. And it was to visit a very small area, very small countryside area where we went for a traditional cleaning of the grave, ancestors' graves. And this is something that's done at certain times during the year. This was one of those times, and on the way I thought I'd go ahead and capture the whole trip and show you how things look a little different out in the countryside here in Japan. So go ahead, come on along with me and take a little look. Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Unrested here, and I am on my first family vacation with my wife and her family. We've got one of her mother's sisters and one of her brothers as well, and my wife's two sisters and one of their husbands. And so we've got their kids along with us, probably about 12 people in total. And they said we're gonna go ahead and rent a bus and go on a family trip to a Ryokan, which is a Japanese style hotel. And I thought, oh, okay, so maybe, we're gonna get like a big passenger van or something like that. No, look at what they do. They rented an entire bus, like an entire bus for rock stars. This is like a 42-person passenger bus, and they rented the whole thing. We have 12 people on a 42-seated passenger bus. So I'm guessing, when this family travels, they travel in style. This should be a pretty good trip. So it's snack time on the bus, and we're eating all kinds of stuff. And what is this again?
Akafuku.
Say it again, maybe with less food in your mouth.
Akafuku.
Okay, akafuku. It was it. This is azuki bean.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. What do I take it like that?
Mm-hmm.
And then put it down here. There we go. And then can I just eat it like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, you need to
It's really sweet. Oh, it's the mochi with it.
Yeah.
There's mochi at the bottom of it. There you go. Focus in on that. Oh, that's the whole thing. Whoa. Okay. Can I try again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shoto shibai. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now eat that together? Okay. It's kind of like wood glue and beans. And then in here we've got sushi wrapped in leaves. There we go. Yeah, go ahead, you can do it. Yeah, it's all wrapped. Gives it kind of a unique flavor because there's some flavoring from the actual leaf. Alright, down the hatch. Hey, take a look at what time it is. Let me show you. Can you see that? It's 9:33, okay? And everybody in the family just started drinking beer at 9:33 in the morning. That's hardcore. thought I'd show you guys this real quick. Take a look at this vending machine. I think it's got some mysterious stuff I don't know if I would eat out of a vending machine. French fries, onigiri. I don't know if I would eat that stuff out of it. So our first stop on the trip seemed to be a normal shopping pavilion. It had a couple shops around there, a little courtyard in the middle, and I wasn't completely sure why the family was excited to stop there, but we went ahead and stopped, we took a look, and I noticed there was lots of arts and crafts around. Everything from miniature houses to pottery to clay, statues and things like that. And as I took a closer look, I started to realize that anything that you bought at these shops, you first had to sit down and be taught how to make, and then you got to bring home your own creation. One of the shops that interested me the most was a shop where you could make a little house, just like this. Okay. Obviously, I chose to do that, and here's my little house. I was really excited to do this. You got to build the whole entire thing. They just give you the pieces and you put it together. But I don't want to explain it too much because I made a little video about it and you can watch that. My wife, on the other hand, decided to stop at this shop that had clay pottery, where she actually got to spin her own clay pot, and it came out looking really nice. I got some pictures right here. And she was really excited to do it. She said it was a really good time. The only thing that we found out in the end is that you have to wait 2 months for it to air dry and then they mail it to you. So kind of a bummer there if you end up making the clay pot. But on the other hand, the house was a lot of fun, and here's that video. Guys, take a look at this. It's a little shop where you can come and make these craft houses and you pay the price that's on it. And we're actually going to make this house right here. Got little tanukis in there and everything like that. We're going to try and create this. See, I'm putting it together. They give you some wood glue, and then they just give you the pieces and tell you to go at it. So here I am. And it's coming along okay. I'm just trying to make sure the glue doesn't seep out of the sides. That's good, isn't it? Well, there it is. There's my version. That was what I was given. I made mine a little bit different, you can see. And then I've got my roof right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And that's it. That's my little house right there. I think I did a pretty decent job. I got the little guy in there. Pillows. Came out pretty good. This bus is seriously like 1 or 2 feet from everything you're seeing here. This is a giant bus trying to get through these tiny, tiny Japanese streets here in this little Inaka town. And we are just barely making it through. At one point we had to stop for another bus and it was a major issue. This is hilarious. Oh no, another bus. It's like a sumo wrestler fight. That's an excellent analogy. Look, another bus. Oh man. Oh, he's got to run out and say something. Maybe they have to both fight and whoever wins gets to take their bus. I guess our guy won. We get to go first. They're backing up. Sorry, other bus.
Always watching people fall.
What does this shop sell right here? We're so close right now I can just film shops. Seriously, like feet.
A power stone.
Oh, Power Stone. Just a couple feet away here. Cool. Hey guys, we just got here at the Ryokan, and it's kind of a mix between a Ryokan and modern day stuff. I'll give you a quick look. If you take a look over here, we've got kind of the modern area, but the rest is pretty much typical Ryokan. And right here, you've got your yukatas that you can wear to go ahead and go to the onsen. I'm hoping they have a private onsen and I can get to go to an onsen for the first time. And we've got a TV, which is not typical, and a couple Japanese sweets on the table waiting for us. So I'm going to go ahead and get settled and take a look around. So, as luck would have it, I was allowed to go into my very first onsen. It was, a private area because it was a private hotel and wasn't exactly opened up to the public like a normal onsen or public bath is. And so no one threw a fuss when I showed up with tattoos. Most places usually do throw a fuss, and you can't always go in if you have a few tattoos. But no one said anything there. No one even looked at me strange or anything like that. I was really surprised. It was very enjoyable. My first experience with an onsen was great. There were 3 different types. One was kind of a massage one that had bubbles going in it. One was lukewarm, and one was extremely hot, but very good for your skin. My skin felt great afterwards. So I would highly recommend trying one out if you ever get a chance. The next day, we headed out to take a look at some temples, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of that footage. So I thought one of the most amazing things was before you even get to the temple area, you have to take a 10-minute cable car ride to the top of the mountain to see this area. Now, if you ever check this out, remember to wear a jacket and maybe bring a second one because it was easily 10 to 20 degrees colder at the top of that mountain. 2時間半の道のりもこのロープウェイですと約7分で到着いたします。ただいま登っております身延山は標高1153メートルございまして山頂には奥のいい自信宅がございます。このお堂は遠く700年の昔ご本心熱き日蓮大聖人がこの地で生かれSo this whole site is Nichiren Buddhist temples, and that's actually a branch of Buddhism, and this whole area is dedicated to that. Some really beautiful stuff out here. Let's go ahead and explore. I think this is the first time that I've really seen temples that are smack in the middle of nature, and I think it makes it all the more beautiful. And if you take a look out here, it's just mountains and mountains for miles and miles as far as you can see. Beautiful. And this temple, if you could be here with me right now, you'd see this thing is massive. It is a giant, probably one of the biggest I've ever seen aside from Todaiji. So everything you saw in this video is Inaka in the Yamanashi Prefecture. Beautiful stuff. This is really one of those situations where I even felt like the video I captured wasn't enough to completely describe and show you guys the area that I checked out. There was so much more I wanted to show you and so much more I wanted to capture, but you're limited by budget and the quality of equipment that you have, of course. But it was absolutely beautiful and a very, very relaxing time. Really excited to get to go to my first onsen. That was really nice, really relaxing. Came back from this trip feeling really refreshed and got a chance to finally see some real countrified Japan. That's everything for this JFAQ. If you guys have any questions about anything you saw today, as always, feel free to write me, and I'll see you on the next JFAQ with Unrested.